This is First and 15th. We talk about inspiration, motivation, life-changing moments, and conquering fears. Twice a month, we have amazing guests popping through. So be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Welcome back to First and 15th with Carol Bush. If you caught us last time during Women in Tech Month, you knew that we had on Ms. Bukola Somide, who was talking about her awesome doll, Somi. And we had such a great conversation that we had to have a part two. So she's here to talk to us about how she got her product marketed, branded, some of the highs and lows of that. So Bukola, take it away.
Well, hello, everyone, and thank you, Carol, for inviting me back to your platform. Love it. And yes, let's dive into actually the products that I've been creating. So again, I'm Bukola Somide, founder, CEO of Innovant Technologies and creator of award-winning brand, Somi the Computer Scientist. And what we do, we create fun, computer science educational solutions that help to engage, inspire, and boost the confidence of underrepresented children. And we have various ways we've been doing that and would love to do more. So just a quick introduction on when I started, I actually started with creating this character because I had to think about how am I going to engage young children, elementary schoolers particularly. I'm like, it has to be in an entertaining way, and then injecting the computer science piece to it. For those that don't know, my background is I have a bachelor's in computer science, and I worked in industry for 17 years. And usually I'm the only woman and often the only Black woman on the software development team. So I know that there is a need for our young girls in this field, but not just existing, but thriving. And I wanted to go deeper than just that, because I want to help cultivate innovators in our communities. So the way you think, to help create products and uplift families within our own communities, creating tech that will serve our community.
Yes.
So I wanted to go deeper than that. That's why I kind of created this character, Somi, the computer scientist. She is smart, she's beautiful, she's curious to learn all about computer science from her mom, who is her mentor. So with this character, I'm intentional, even just about the way she looks. I wanted to make her culturally relevant with her natural coils. Yes, if y'all can't see that. Natural coils, rocking a beautiful, beautiful, hip hairstyle. So I remember when I was creating this character was around when the natural hair movement was like a thing, on YouTube. So I went through I did a lot of research, y'all. I went through a lot of videos just to kind of piece together her look. So with the hairstyle, so I have the two buns with the little barrettes, and then, it's half up, half down, right? So she has some coming down in the back, and she also has side braids.
I never noticed that too, with the beads on there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Look, my daughter, I'll be putting beads in her hair all the time. So it's culturally relevant. And that side braid is like, I'm originally from Nigeria, and it's like, we call it this Fulani braid on the side like that. So so this character is kind of a merge of my own Nigerian culture as well as my American side, because I've been around here for a long time. Yeah. So it's a merge of both cultures, and it goes into the backstory of y'all got to read this book to know her backstory. So with Somi, on her t-shirt, it actually says Princess King Code. Okay. So I intentionally used her shirt as a canvas for an empowering inscription, right? To communicate to the child that's looking at this character, yes, you can be a princess and you can want a code as well. It's not mutually exclusive. Exactly. And you don't gotta wear glasses. I was intentional about not putting glasses on her, right? Because what industry does to make, a kid look smart, so to speak, they just throw on some glasses. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You're right about that, Bukola. That
exactly.
I have seen in TV, movies. I'm thinking, okay, well, this character is wearing glasses, but in reality, they're not intelligent. So they just make them look that way. And I'm like,
right?
That's not being fooled.
Yeah, so I wanted to do something different. You see what I'm saying? I wanted to kind of break some stereotypes and norm, because I am breaking a stereotype, just the fact that this young Black girl is representing computer science, honestly, because we are a minority of the minority in the industry. So I'm already breaking that stereotype. And then I'm like, I ain't gonna put no glasses on her, not that you can't be cute without glasses, but I'm like, I don't want her looking all geeky and stuff. I want her to look pretty, beautiful, so that young girls, that can identify with this, and say, oh, I'm pretty. She's pretty just like me. Oh, and she's interested in computer science. Okay, let me be interested in computer science and let me see what it's all about. That's why I did this. So I was intentional about the design of the character to attract, young kids to her. I want young kids to be like, oh, she can be my friend. And then as they're reading through the story, I do touch on, some basics of computer science. So the book is actually a chapter book and a picture book. Yes. My brand actually primarily targets, like I said, elementary schoolers. This book actually, as soon as you can read. So generally from like ages 7 to 11 is really the main target, but the, parents can read to younger kids, right? So, but what I did is I made sure that it had beautiful illustrations, because you know how to say a picture can speak 1,000 words, something like that. I wanted to do something like that where they're just captivated by the picture and it actually piques their imagination. They start to dream big. That's part of it. So it has like 13 different captivating illustrations, actually 2 coding exercises. Might take a bit of help from like parents to figure out how to actually run some of that code. But I wanted them to see what real code actually looked like. And it actually comes with a computer science glossary at the back, which about 16 definitions. And I put like the references of where I got those definitions in the book as well. I did that intentionally because in the book, yes, I can touch on certain terms, computer science terms, and I will show you it's highlighted in pink to let you know that this is a glossary term, so you can go in the back. But, in the book, I can't go into too much technical detail, because then you might lose yourself in the story. I might be too geeky, but, so that's why I had the glossary. But yeah, let me just show it to you. So like one of the very first scenes in the book, she is crossing the street with her mom. So she just came back from reading to kids at a community center nearby. I did that intentionally to also tell kids about giving back to the community, civic duty, yes, I'm adding value here, different levels, right? So as she's crossing the street, she looks up at the traffic light. As you can see, I have a traffic light right there. And she is pondering to herself like, oh, the traffic light switches from red, yellow, green, and back up again, just like the concepts of loops in computer science. I did that intentionally to let kids know that actually these computer science concepts are everywhere around us. Like it's in the world as you see it, and just making that bridge. So just kind of demystifying it, making it, easier to understand some of this. So it's like introducing them. It's like a soft intro to different basic concepts, and I actually show real code in the book. And you see those pink terms right there, like I told you, those are glossary terms, but they just have to go to the back of the book. And to make sure I don't lose the kids, are also, like I said, I made sure that the illustrations
Yes. So they're at a maybe a friend's party or a school dance.
So Somi turned 8 years old, right? So the kid is 8 years old, and it's her birthday party. Yeah, and as you see, she loves things that kids love. Cake is like her favorite food. Cake, party dresses. And actually, if you look at that dress, it's actually it's inspired by like an Ankara fabric. Ankara is like we Nigerians, we have this fabric that we normally use. So I inspired it in her clothing, her princess dress. She also has the tiara on. You see, do you notice all her friends? You see how they mix? That's intentional.
Yes, they are diverse.
Diversity.
For me as a mom, is something that is invaluable to have your kids around kids who look different, because they, once they're growing up in college or working, everyone is not going to be the same. And so I definitely love how at this young age in the book, you're showing young Black girls that it's okay to have friends who look different than you. I love that.
Absolutely. And they're all interested in computer science too. So a band of friends interested in computer science. And I also created those because she has two best friends. So one is Izzy, the girl to the right of her, and Noah. She also has Noah, who's her best friend. That's the boy. Okay. And I did that intentionally, in case I want to spin off those characters in the future. So
yes.
Yeah, you gotta think ahead as an entrepreneur.
Yes.
You have to think ahead as an entrepreneur. So the other thing I touched in the book is how it's big right now, Chat GPT, that artificial intelligence program.
I've heard that from a few folks, but as we discussed last time, that some of these things go over my head, like code and tech and hello world. So can you explain what is Chat GPT? Is that correct?
Okay. Yes, Chat GPT. I'm not trying to promote their brand here, but
that was a brand. Okay. I didn't even know that.
AI, which is short for artificial intelligence, right? All it is a computer program that's supposed to be super smart. So the whole goal is to write code that can essentially think for itself. So
because I have heard that before.
To make decisions,
blogs and articles.
Yeah, so it's to make decisions as human beings. That's the whole point of AI, like coding in a way that it can make decisions as a human being. That's why it's always learning. It's like learning from you as you put inputs. It's learning your patterns and your behavior. So that's why they use AI for marketing, because when they AI is huge on data. You see, as humans, we have a brain, right? The brain is like our database that stores information. So with AI, which is just a program, which is the smarts, there's an actual database full of data. That's information from you. So they're constantly, like the Facebooks and Instagrams and Google, getting information. Getting information and data from you, storing it in their database, sorting it, and doing all this, of course, all this other manipulation or analysis on it to be able to predict, what your next move is, what your, based on this person's behavioral pattern, they might like this product. Let's show them this product, that's
make us want to spend more money on those products, knowing that we don't need to buy any more shoes or clothes or anything else. And I fall victim occasionally to those AI ads. I'm like,
But the thing is, AI, I'm a computer science person, so AI is not bad, honestly. AI is it's a tool. Computer science is a tool. Software is a tool to make our lives better. To take things that are mundane and automate it. So let a robot do this. We are the ones with the real brains. There are things we as humans can do, robots can never do, right? So it's like, okay, let's free up our time from doing these mundane things. Let AI handle that, and then we do more thinking, right? So those that are scared about AI is taking their job, don't be scared, just expanding your skill sets, right? If your skill sets are more mundane, that AI can take it over, you should be happy that you're not in the trenches doing this manual task all the time. Elevate, Anyway.
On that point, it's a generation gap, because like when you have folks who are in the workforce who have been used to doing things, say on pen and paper, or I've seen at least that I'm working, are the ones who are just so fearful of, well, if we have this robot or Chat GPT or AI do it, then how am I valued? And so that's something that's a whole other topic. But I do know that folks who are a little bit older, like our parents' age possibly, are more likely to feel that they can be just easily just put to the side and replaced. So
no, and that's true, and it is coming, but don't be afraid. As a project manager, there's always risk in anything. So the risk is AI is going to take my job and then I have no value. Well, what's your mitigation? The mitigation is not stop. Let's not use AI to improve our lives. Let's just keep things the way they are and, keep things old instead of bringing in new eras, right? the mitigation is, what else can I do?
Yeah, like how can you grow? Like
Yeah, how can you grow? No one is too old to grow. It's just if you just don't want to change, you're resistant to change, you're resistant to learning new things. That's when that fear comes in, because you don't just want to learn something new, but it is a sidebar, but we have to improve as a society. Coming from a computer science person, of course.
Yeah, so back to the book.
So I, softly introduced this concepts of AI in my starter book, Princess Can Code. So I don't think I mentioned it. The title of the book is Somi the Computer Scientist, subtitled Princess Can Code, for everyone who wants to go out and get it. Yes. But yeah, so you see this character right here. So this is me bringing a visual to this AI program. So I have it like a hologram, just coming out of this tablet. So I did that, because the mom created this AI program for her daughter to kind of use. So I go into that, but that's my way of just softly introducing what AI is and doing it in a way that is visual to inspire them, right? So, I mean, what do you think of that?
And that to me, as a grown-up, I would think, okay, so this computer image, like, do I build off of the image? Do I need to change him? Do I use code to like give him hair, give him a mustache? So what does that human image actually mean for the character in the book? So what did she do with that?
Oh, so in the book, it's talking about, the program is actually this hologram programming app that the mom created. So you can, instead of using hardware to type and write stuff, you pretty much use holograms. So this next section shows you how she's actually, she wears this smart gloves. This is all innovation, right? While I'm creating this, she wears this smart gloves that has sensors that, can now kind of interact with, the holographic image. Right. So pretty much getting rid of hardware in a way. So she's just typing in the air and she's writing her code and everything like that.
Okay, because I have heard of that whole with like typing and then like it captures. I'm like, how does it do it? I know it has to have, I'm checking about, but I'm like, I don't understand, but I know that it is coming out more and more. Yeah, so I have heard of that before.
This is me stretching my imagination when I created this, because I wrote this book. I started writing it in 2017 and published it in 2018. So this is me just stretching my imagination of where computer science can go. And since then, I've actually seen smart gloves on the market. Right, exactly. Something else. There's this guy that invented these gloves that help you do ASL, which is that sign language. So you can, when you're signing with the gloves, it can interpret the sign to words, right? And the words, I guess, are read out loud, something like that. So somebody that can't speak, when they sign, if you don't know sign language, I don't, so excuse my hand gestures, I don't, it can interpret, if they wear the gloves, it can interpret it into real words, and then the AI will read it out.
Right, that's amazing. That can really help so many people. And yeah, that I'm amazed. But I need to.
So this is the power. This is the power of computer science. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And I am just kind of introducing kids to it. The whole goal is to spark their interest and to boost their confidence to pursue a STEM field, preferably computer science, but any STEM field would do. And just to spark their imagination, having them see the AI actually come out is because I want them to just imagine it's a fun part of the book. Usually you don't see AI program pop out like that. But yeah, so I just did that just to give her like a face for the character. But yes, and then here's one of the activities in the book, which is create your very first web page. And I actually provide resources down here, particularly the one that says web3schools.com. So that's a very public and well-known resource that folks can use to learn basic computer programming languages, and you can actually, they provide a tool where you can actually run your code. So while you're learning the code, you can test your knowledge and actually run it, right? So I included that in here because I'm like, okay, if you want to actually test out the code that is on this page, you can actually go to this site and actually put this code in there and see it run, and it would pop out what you see right here. And then you can just play around with it. Yeah, so it's packed with loads of information, and here is just the computer science glossary in the back of the book. And I provided a freebie. Actually, I did an audiobook recording, so if they wanted to download an audiobook for free, I provide the instructions on how to do it. So
that's a great,
that's the storybook.
Okay, so I would have never imagined that this book that's geared towards young girls, and maybe like a brother as well, who knows? But
yeah, boys can read this. Girls read boy books all the time.
Yeah, but okay,
so I'm proud of that.
Yeah, and so like me as a grown woman, I would definitely learn a whole lot just from reading that book in terms of like what some of the words mean, and like this the future of technology. And so I learned a lot already. I'm like, this is amazing. So this y'all is not your average picture book for children. This is definitely fun and vibrant, but this really has fun learning. I am just blown away because you definitely put your all into it. I mean, down to the eyes that we had covered kind of last time. So I definitely am a fan of this book. I have one little girl in mind who, well, actually two girls in mind who I do need to actually buy this book. I'm like, one of them is probably the same age as the character Somi. One is maybe like a little bit older, but they can still learn. You all get the book for yourself, for your daughter, your niece, your neighbor. Yep. So my neighbors, y'all getting this book.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, no, honestly, when I create, and I will talk about the activity book before I jump back into the doll. I'll do a demo of the doll, by the way.
Awesome.
Yeah, so in anything I'm creating, like I told you before, I'm very detail oriented, as well as I can see the big picture. So I make sure that there's intention in everything I'm doing. Like you can ignore something and not even know it's there. Like, for example, the page numbers of the book. I actually provide, of course, the page number, but then I translate it to the binary code matching the number. So throughout the book, all the page numbers has a matching binary code number to it. So it's like I have learning everywhere. Just, I'm very detailed in everything I do. And there's some things you might miss, but that's just how I am. Thank God for that. And then while I was still working on manufacturing the doll, since that took a while, I actually also produced a computer science activity book for girls and boys. It actually started as two separate books. So on Amazon, you see like two separate SKUs, but I eventually combined both SKUs. So on my website, I only sell this particular SKU because it's being utilized in the classroom, and I didn't want to carry two different books that says one for girls, one for boys.
Yeah.
I just combined it and combined the illustrations from both books into one. But yeah, so the whole goal of this activity book is, essentially lending itself to just focusing on more hands-on practical exercises that kids can do to reinforce that knowledge. So a lot of the terms that are covered here is actually also covered in the storybook. So the very first page, I want to talk about this. The very first page, if you notice, it lists a bunch of affirmations. I do that on purpose because it's not just about some of the pain points is, some folks might feel intimidated by computer science and automatically just think, oh, maybe I'm not smart enough to do this. So it's also about building their confidence to say, yes, you can. And we talk about affirmations all the time in the community, and how you can manifest something just by speaking it, right?
That's
so
great.
Here, so this is something I've taught from this book before in after school programs, and I also tell teachers, before you start a lesson, go through these affirmations first, just to kind of prepare their mind to receive the knowledge that's about to come, right? So it says, I am smart. And then, have the kids respond.
Right.
I am confident. I am creative. I am loved. I can achieve my dreams. Just having them say that so you're working from the inside, you have to work on that heart of theirs so
Yeah,
that they can
on the
believe in
inside.
themselves. So then they can receive the information.
Yeah.
So added bonus.
Yes. How did you go from your children's book to the learning book to then having that used in classrooms?
Yes. Okay. So that's a sidebar.
Oh, I was okay. Oh, it is. I didn't know.
Yeah. I actually, so I have a nonprofit as well called ComSci ABC, which stands for Computer Science Awareness in Black Communities. And we had a partnership with this other nonprofit, Infosys Foundation USA. So through that grant, we received grants to the nonprofit to disseminate some of these Somi kits, STEM kits to the classroom. So
Okay.
with that grant, I did create tutorials. It was like an hour-long different I created a bunch of lessons on everything that we're serving, because this is ed tech products we're creating, educational technology products. So I created video tutorials primarily for the teachers, how they can utilize our, to educate them on the resources at first, and also for them to utilize it in their own curriculum building for the students. So with this grant, it kind of gave us the opportunity to not push it out there and have teachers and CS teachers, technology teachers, because what we found that a lot of times these technology teachers, they don't have background in computer science. Yes, they're thrown into this role to teach this technology class to kids, and they don't know where to start, or they just need more resources and all that kind of stuff. So these supplemental, I call them supplemental educational materials, they can use it in the classroom. So with the Somi doll itself, they can demo it just for them to hear it, but it really serves as like a lead magnet, so to speak. It's an attraction piece, is really what the doll is for. So even though she does say some things that they can have a conversation about, they can go deeper into some of those concepts in the workbook, the activity book, and also in the storybook.
Okay.
So some of the feedback I've gotten from teachers, like particularly young girls, when they see the doll just sitting on the table, this is
like, what's that? What's going on?
Exactly. You don't normally have a doll in the classroom, right?
Yeah.
So it piqued their interest. And since I made sure she was cute now, they're like excited. Like, okay, what is this? They want to know, So it's that lead magnet. It draws them in. That's the entertainment piece. Like, it draws them in. They're so excited. They got a doll in their classroom. What is this? And then, okay, she talks. What does she say? So now they're interested in learning about computer science, all because the Somi computer scientist doll just told them about it. And the goal is that attraction piece. So with the doll, the teachers can use it as that medium to just kind of get them talking. It's a conversation starter. So with the activity books, I have everything from just, coloring pages, crossword puzzles, and I go deeper, and I end up with game design, kind of teaching on, the basics, the foundational knowledge of designing a game. So my whole goal here is not really teaching you how to code. There are lots of tools out there that you can really focus on which programming language you want to code and do that. My whole goal is to teach you the fundamental concepts. The reasoning is the logical reasoning part that I'm really focused on, because I believe to help cultivate innovators in our field, you have to shift the kids' mindset, the way they think, so that's what I'm doing with just kind of watering their palates with just a soft introduction of these computer science concepts, and doing it in a fun way to pique their interest. And then they can dive, go to the next stage and dive deeper into other programming classes. I know with my nonprofit, sometimes I do offer like programming classes with my nonprofit ComSci ABC. Did I tell you what it stood for? I don't want to repeat myself.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So in the future, we might dive into that, but not at this moment. So that's just been my focus with Innovant Technology products that we're creating right now. So with the coloring pages, how I make it, because I always have to think, okay, yes, entertaining, but also educational. So even the coloring pages are educational. And how do I add the education piece? By giving them a bio. So when I give a bio, to these characters, which I actually lifted from the storybook. I'm helping to make a connection with the child. One, I'm telling them, okay, what is the age,
Right.
age of this child? What is their nickname if they had one, something fun or something, but also their hobbies, because I'm trying to create a connection. Oh, if you like basketball, you like dancing, you like gaming, okay, this character likes that too. But then I add an area in computer science industry that they are interested in. So whether it be learning the code, artificial intelligence, data science, cybersecurity, I touch on those things, game design. I touch on those things on purpose to kind of show kids that there are other fields. There are other career paths under computer science. Computer science is a huge umbrella, but there are other career paths. So this is my way, just from the coloring pages, just how do I add a little bit more value to just a coloring page? Because the coloring page activity is really just like a woo-saw moment for them to kind of relax, a relaxing activity, the creative activity for them to design. But as they're reading the bio, I want them to be inspired too. So I'm intentional even with that.
Okay.
And yeah, so they're like up to like 16, 17 activities in here. So the way I curated it, it kind of starts off like, with novice activities, beginner level, then mid-level, and then towards the end, it gets into a bit more challenging activities. And that, that's why the book is perfect for 7 to 11 kids, but even kids as young as 5 years old, they can do the coloring pages. Yeah, but it's really, I think those that will get the best value are those older kids. And yeah, I talk about binary numbers. What are they? What they look like, so I have activities on that as well. And this is towards the end of the book, and they get to learn all about game design. So there's this grid game that they need to, play. So they're just playing everything on paper. I'm intentional about making this unplugged. What does that mean? Meaning not requiring a computer to do this. Well, one, because not everyone has that access to computers in their schools or internet, all that kind of stuff. So you can still learn basic computer science concepts without being plugged into a device. This is really about the concepts and understanding it and doing it in a fun way. So that's why even with this game, it's just a grid game on a piece of paper. And what they're doing is they're just writing all the different steps, which we call an algorithm. So that's why I have an algorithm worksheet. Algorithm is a concept they get to learn all about. I'm sure all you guys know about algorithm because everyone's always talking about the Instagram algorithm. I'm like, folks just now using algorithm out of context. To me, as a computer science person, I'm just like, anybody talking about algorithm now, sometimes it's within context, sometimes it's just out of context. It's just weird. But yeah, so they're learning about that. And then I give them actually after that activity, I give them a blank grid and a blank algorithm worksheet.
Okay, so
and
they can just like
really
try it on their own. Okay.
Yes, because about when you learn, when you are the one creating something yourself, you retain the information better, like what you learned better. So it's like now, then it's a fun activity. You use your own brain, design your own game, make it fun. I'm like, add obstacles on the course, walls, holes, aliens, bugs, we know kids like that kind of stuff. I'm like, think outside the box, design your own game. Yes. And I'm doing this intentional.
Have some say in it, have ownership at a young age. Yeah, but that's important. Ownership.
Yeah, because I'm trying to shift their mindset from just being consumers of technology to becoming innovators of technology. Our kids play these games. My daughter be playing Roblox now all the time. So I want to shift their mindset that, okay, yeah, playing it is fun, but how about you can also create your own? And this is how it starts. It's you designing it, not running to start coding stuff, but you actually have to think about the concept. Think about what do you want your game to even do? So that's kind of part of it. Folks might not realize this, but that's what's happening while they're engaging in this exercise. But all they're thinking is, ooh, it's my own. I'll make it fun. I'll do this, I'll do that. And then I'm like, okay, now create all the different commands that your friends and family can use to play your game. And so they write the commands in this bit right here, jump over, move left, move right, move up, down, that type of thing, whatever the commands are. And then the algorithm worksheet, the friend or family can actually fill it out.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, y'all. I am again so glad we did part 2 because I have learned so much from you sharing about the storybook, the activity book, and about just how how you're showing young girls and boys that even the smallest details have computer science. And so I'm blown away. But yeah, I'm definitely
Yeah.
looking forward to this a demo of Somi.
Yeah, definitely. I'll go into it next. Yeah. So, I kind of wanted to just go through my whole thinking process when I created this. Like a lot of thought went into it. It's
Yeah,
not
it is evident. It is evident, that even though this took longer than what you had in mind in terms of getting your various things launched, your passion I must have shown is it shown through it shines through. So your passion shines through, and I'm just blown away as a mother of 3 girls, and they are what they're 9, 13, and 15. So my 9-year-old and our neighbor, who is I don't know how she is, 6 or 7, they are both getting the workbook because I'm like, this is amazing. Because
Thank you.
yeah, I'm definitely I've learned so much.
And there's an answer key in the back. So just in case folks are not sure of their answers, there's an answer key. So now,
About the answer key.
yes, I did provide an answer key. Yeah, so now let's start the show. So for those that don't know, when I actually launched this, I started working on this September 2018.
Mhm.
And then the first prototype finally came out. I actually went through 5 prototypes. Folks will know this. I went through 5 prototypes to end up with this one. So the prototype that actually came out was prototype number 2.
Mhm.
And it launched, I launched a crowdfunding campaign. I don't know if you remember when I did that. Maybe you weren't paying attention to what I was doing back then. But
I may recall, may not recall, but I do know that I was aware of your product way before this year and last year. So I knew that there were things going on with this product, but I wasn't quite sure what was going on.
right, like, what was it about? What does it do? So yeah, so when I launched, I started a crowdfunding campaign to help me kind of go into the manufacturing phase of it. So that was the first time I was introducing, Shaman, a computer scientist interactive doll to the world. So for those that don't know, she comes with a voiceover box in the back. And once you just push the button and she speaks. So she goes over 12 different recordings. The first is just like a Shami greeting. And so the other 11 focuses on, computer science concepts. And she says it, she gives a definition of it. And some of them she gives like an example, but she also says it in a fun way for kids to understand and, be interested in listening to it. So that's the whole point, is to just, again, I'm reinforcing a lot of these basic concepts in new different forms, you see, in different formats, right? But doing it in a fun way that is engaging, entertaining, to essentially have a kid be inspired. So she talks about code, algorithm, binary numbers, all this stuff. I can go through it. I think it's about a minute or so to go through all of it. I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear it very well though on this computer. I've had that issue over Zoom. When I demo it, I can hear it, but then the sound does not translate after the recording for some reason. After the recording, it's choppy. I've seen that before. I don't know why. But yeah, but one other concept she talks about that the books actually don't touch on is cyberbullying, the concept of cyberbullying. And what does this have to do with computer science? Well, it's one to exist without advancement in computer technologies, right? Cyberbullying is a big deal. When things go viral, but it's going viral for the wrong reason, it can be detriment to somebody's life. When we were growing up in high school and all of that, if there was any bullying, if bullying was happening, it was in person, probably, within the 4 walls of a school. You and your family pick up and move, it's done. But today's day and age, phone,
Yep.
phone out, everybody's recording,
Mhm.
everybody's recording. They're even edging you on, like, oh, look at that AI on Zoom. I did a thumbs up and it actually
What?
it was reading my thumbs up. I Zoom's incorporating some AI.
Okay, because I don't see anything like no.
I don't know if you see it. Like I did a thumbs up and it had
Right.
like a thumb up thing and it was like it
Oh,
was interesting.
wow.
Yeah, interesting. So
Let me try
yes.
that. I,
Keep
I
trying
don't.
it while I'm talking. So
I don't
let's
have anything going on.
let me see. So yes. So folks are recording this and then of course kids post it online because
Mhm.
but it's damaging to who's in the video and they're doing it for entertainment, doing it for likes and followers.
Yeah.
But the person in the video is, it's a detriment to them, especially when they see it. They can be bullied even more. Adults will be commenting online, right? Adults, grown adults, commenting about these videos, just so it goes from the four walls of a school to millions of strangers seeing.
Yeah, it follows you everywhere, and like you can't get away sometimes. You can move, sure, but your cell phone number, it can be changed, and then folks still find you. Yeah, so it's definitely a whole different world from when we were growing up.
It's definitely a different world for our kids today. Digital technology is not going anywhere. It's only getting even more advanced.
Yeah.
So I'm like adding the social awareness piece to Somi is adding more value and is to encourage kids to be cyber friends instead of cyber bullies, right?
Oh.
So she defines what a cyber bully is and she encourages them, don't be a cyber bully, be a cyber friend instead.
Okay.
Because we want our kids to have proper online conduct, right? All right, so I'm going to attempt to demo this.
Okay.
And you let me know if you can hear it. If you can't hear it, then go on our website, guys. There's a video. I have a how it works video on our website, somidoll.com, SOMI doll.com. And you can check it out there.
So y'all, I have definitely learned so much, and I know that y'all have too. So those on Instagram, those on YouTube, y'all have learned a lot, I'm sure. So tell us really slowly how people can purchase the doll, the workbook, and anything else dealing with your brands.
Yes, so they can get it from our company website. So our e-commerce site is somidoll.com is the easy way to get to it. So that's SOMIDOLL.com. So you can get all these products I just demoed here on our site. I actually also sell it on Amazon as well. Like I said, the activity book, you will see it in a 2 different SKU format, meaning one for boys, one for girls. It just separates the illustrations. But if you want the one that's combined, that's only available on our somidoll.com site. So that's how you get to us. And you can follow us on social media. Innovant_tech is what we use on Instagram and Twitter. So that's INNOVANT_TECH. And on Facebook, it's just one word, Innovant Tech. And we're also on LinkedIn, Innovant Technologies. So that's where you can follow us.
Thank you so much, Bukola, for coming back for part 2. And again, y'all, if you think I learned a lot, y'all will learn a lot too, because I have just been blown away again at how much detail you put into your products. Because some folks may have an idea, have a product, but they don't give the thought and the care that you did, because like she is so much more than an adult. She's teaching kids and adults too. So I've learned a lot. And so I definitely thank you for coming back. You want to share any final parting words before we wrap up?
Well, I was wondering if I could play the video of
Okay.
All right, great. I just wanted to do a quick how to get to our site and also how to see the demo video. So this is our site. If you go to somidoll.com, it's going to redirect you to somidigiverse.com. And if you scroll down, So this is our product here, the gorgeous 14-inch Xiaomi Computer Scientist Interactive. Yeah, this is our YouTube page right here. So this is where I have a link for you to watch. Meet the Xiaomi, the computer science. So I'm gonna pop this out to be big. Do you see it? Do you still see it?
Yes.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna play it. So it's filled up the screen, right?
Yes.
Into STEM doll. She's on a mission. Can you hear the video? To spark the interest of the child to pursue a STEM field and to boost their confidence. Here's how she works. She speaks over 220 words embedded into 12 different phrases. Everything she says is also written on the inside of the box. To activate her voice box, simply remove it from her back. Then remove the little white tab protecting the battery life. Insert the box back into the doll. Every push of the button cycles through the next term.
Algorithm, that word, is a list of steps to complete the task. Code is one or more commands written for a computer to do. Binary numbers are a bunch of zeros and ones that a computer uses to store and send data.
Thank you so much for sharing about your products, about the storybook, the workbook, the way that you were also in various classrooms, and for giving us a demo. So y'all check out showmedoll.com, and that way you can get your doll for your, for your own child, a little girl in your life, or maybe even for yourself. So thanks everyone for tuning in to First and 15th, and we will see y'all next time.